Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Skyhaven. Okay, so we started out this new layout. It is unfortunately not yet connected, and I do wonder if we'll be able to connect it over here. I somehow think it's not going to happen. So if we do tarmac road, ooh, we could connect it up right over here. Excellent, that's pretty good. So I'll do that, and then we'll tie in over there, and then ultimately we'll find some other spots to tie into. But I think the idea is generally, we need to do this one first, and up there and up there. So at least now we are connected, and the various fueling facilities and stuff will be able to get their stuff, right? So maybe what we need to do is tie in a few more connections, like so, just to kind of make it as straightforward as possible with connections. And ultimately you don't actually want everybody to go over taxiways, but anyway, we'll do that. So there we go, we're connected up to the outside world. This is not connected, we'll have to keep an eye on it. I'm tempted to open up both runways for both activities, but we'll leave that be. What I did, however, wonder is maybe we should add a few more kind of scheduled services. So these don't seem to work. If they're red, I think they're kind of gone. All right, we can't actually use them anymore. So what we'll do is let's have a quick look at our schedule. All right, we've got some slots available, but I'm fairly comfortable to switch more of them over to kind of scheduled flights. Right, so let's switch over at least another one. And see how that goes. So let's do that. Get a few more scheduled flights in here, and we'll start off with the nice and pricey stuff over there. So let's pop in here and start to slot them in. We will do that. We'll do a little bit of a stagger there. That's good. That's good. Not a bad little stagger. Yeah, because we've got that slot there. We'll do a bit of stagger there. Get something on that side. We'll see about popping one in there. Excellent, so that's pretty good. We've got some room more down here, so let's at least get those scheduled in, so that's pretty good. Then let's go back and grab a few more, at least the rest of these. Okay, let's do 5 more. Pop in back over here. This guy can go in straight over there. This guy can go in right next to it. Yeah, something like that's going to be just fine. We've got a bit of a slot for this one over there. We'll do that. And we can't actually sign that one over there. We cannot have a slot for it. So let's pop over another one. We'll do a little something like that. That should be good. Get it as early as possible, yeah, without kind of overloading that. That 3 is probably about the biggest one, though I do think it's a departure slot as well, all right? So that's why it's 3 there. So because we've got the 2 runways, I think it should probably be okay. Excuse me. Now let's see about slotting in a few more. We got at least room for about 3 more flights, so let's see. We want a few middays and something else, right? So again, with the passenger stuff, maybe let's have a quick look at our other contract, which is this one. Oh, we need to come and kind of break these ones as well. Okay, so now we actually, let's just grab all of the rest of them, so we kind of do all our cargo flights there, right? So let's pop back in, and now we have tons of slots available. We'll start it nice and early over there. We'll get one there, pop it right in there, so it's nice and close. What this now means, of course, for us, and I've got some comments around, oh, you can actually put them right up against each other and things like that, but of course what it means for us is that while I'm not too worried about the runways being able to accommodate this, I am worried about our vehicles and ground services, whether they are in fact capable of doing things as quickly as that. So that's it there. Let's grab the rest of these and get all of these flights popped in. We should be able to do that pretty comfortably. There's nothing that's going to slot in there. Let's do that. That's a pretty reasonable slot. That's a pretty reasonable slot. Yeah, this one would work. And even say like so. So now we really only have spot for one. So I'm quite comfortable with that. That's all of the flights in the contracts that we can schedule. And of course, what we can do is we can negotiate and see about improving this. But let's run a day and see what this kind of looks like for us. Okay, so let's move on through to the day. We do have, I believe, one more ramp that we can allocate whatever kind of random incoming flights to. But generally that should be okay. Now let's hopefully, we lost the big guy. So what we need to do is we don't have a contract here. Let's break that contract. Cost us a lot in penalties there. We've got some contracts running over here. I'm hoping that'll be okay. Well, we can almost get another one coming in straight away. So anyway, come on, let's move that straight along and see how we go. We generally now we're not going to have a lot of the we're not going to have a lot of cargo. That's the issue, right? So we can pop in one of these guys. Oh, we've got multiples. Why? Toolkits. So let's open up this. So we've got toolkits, which was this one. Cargo handling. Well, let's research it. We want to get some of these things out of the way. So let's get that out of the way. Why would some of them not pop up here? Oh, they are here. Come on. We've got multiple ones now. We can actually add an extra. Actually, and let's maybe do that. To be honest, we should get some more flights going. I think that's the plan, really. Anyway, we'll do a little bit of on demand with the 3 that we have available to us, and hopefully. What I want to see is whether these flights are actually getting out of the way in time. So 9:45 is when this guy should be out of the way, right? So disembarking is done, unloading and luggage is being served. Now we'll see about the rest of the guys coming in. Let's land another one while we look at this. So keep that in mind. I want to make sure that at 9:45 this guy is out of the way. I just want to see if we're kind of in the ballpark. We don't get a warning saying it's late or anything to that effect, but just want to see. Release airliner is effectively aborting it, so that's not what we want to do. I want to see if the next activities are effectively starting to happen. Performing the service. There we go. 9:45, it's still not on time, loading luggage, that's good. And out of the way, done. 9:45, out of the way. Okay, so we are kind of on track. Ooh, we need fuel. Fuel is coming though. Let's get dismiss that. We'll get this guy to come and land there, slightly more cargo. Okay, so we've got those. Now, whether we go into this next round, I don't necessarily think it's necessary for us just yet. Passenger services, do we improve bus operations? It's probably worth us starting to consider it, but maybe that's not our critical path at the moment. Airplane services, maybe we actually need to get some of these improvements. Pump fueling, yes, that's the one. Let's grab pump fueling so we can effectively replace our current services. And then advanced cargo facilities we already have, so we'll just need to replace our current buildings with something a little bit better. I think that's going to be kind of the plan. Okay, let's pop back in and see how that goes. Keep an eye. Our money is kind of stagnant at the moment, but we're recovering from pretty big capital spends, and we are bringing in some more fuel and stuff, so we do need to keep an eye on that. We'll just do some instant cargo if we need to, because at the moment we're actually not doing that much with regards to cargo. We're mainly operating passenger services. Everything seems to be going around. I'm not checking every flight to see if they're on time. don't even know if there's a spot to really check the log in general to see who arrived and departed at what time. I maybe should have a look, see if there's something like that. If I have a quick look at the daily report, that's just money, okay? If we look at the schedule window, can we see, yesterday's report. So what does that mean? If we look at yesterday's report. Yeah, maybe. Oh, 0 delays. Okay, we've got nothing. So flight service 53 out of 59. Do wonder what that means. Why not more? Right click to see cancelled flights. Right mouse button. How do I right mouse button to see cancelled flights? Maybe there aren't any. What does this do? It just shows me a little bit more. Some of these are pretty quick. So when you do on demand, they don't necessarily take that massive slot. So clearly we can operate quite a bit more. And so maybe we don't need to have these parked as long. But bear in mind, these were all cargo flights. So we'll need to kind of suss things out a little bit. Get a little bit more going. Okay, we need to land a few more flights, manage the landing of a few more flights, which we'll do. We'll do that and see how it goes. Okay. Can't quite see much happening. Okay, a few more. Let's move a few more through here. Just trying to see if we can't get a bit more cash. We're a bit cash strapped, to be honest. We're really not doing a super great job at recovering from our issues here. So we just need to make sure that we get a bit more through. And certainly, it seems like we're making less money now that we're scheduling services, even though I think they are a little bit more. These services should be bringing us in a little bit more money. My question is though, okay, now we're looking at the historic report, today's report. If we were to, kind of click some of these, we can't do anything, can we? To be scheduled. So, let's just cancel that for now. Let's just keep going, and maybe at night we'll see if we can't make a few more changes to it. But yeah, lots of little bits and pieces. But yeah, money is a little bit slow. It's not painfully so, but I would rather want to land a few more planes and get a bit more cash. That's a pretty good number there if we can bring that guy in. Okay, pump fueling is done. We're not building that at the moment. But that's certainly a big improvement to our fueling operation. I think the next thing we need to do is maybe start looking at some of these vehicles and these. And the radio equipment. Let's shall we do that, or shall we do hangar services? Let's get hangar services going first, and then we'll do the other one. Maybe need to backfill a few things as well. Still, one of these opens up. We can bring in that 10 cargo piece there. Still nothing. Yeah, so we're kind of handpicking the ones that's going to bring in the most money and take the most of our cargo, because we are generally struggling to get through all of our cargo, and now we're doing even less, right? Bring in the big boys so that we can make more money from them, and they serve them reasonably quickly, so we can actually get through a fair bit more. Did not get all its services. Okay, let's have a look. Flight is in 2020-10. I mean 2210 is in 2210. Okay, that's on ramp number 5 at the moment. So if we search for, he's already out of the way. I think this is it, right? So why? It seems like you got all your services. Oh, maybe not in time. Maybe not in time. Maybe what actually was the issue here is that it got away a little bit late. I think that might be the case, right? I've no idea. Okay, let's see. So number 8 gives us a little bit more money. Oh, that's actually a fair bit of money. So we just need to keep an eye on that. We can actually service a lot of that. Yeah, so that's it. It's slow going for us. The next fuel arrival should be here in time. So our fuel is kind of doing an okay job. I feel our fuel is doing an okay job, but I keep running the bigger numbers here so that we can try and get the best bang for our buck in terms of what we're doing. Yeah, we don't have actual, there we go, just in time. This one's gonna kind of clock out. Ooh, we're starting to see some big guys over here where we're not even capable of handling them yet. Oh, we missed out on that on the larger number there. Are we slow on the refueling? Battle stock, and this is a battle stock here. Potentially another vehicle, but I'm rather going to upgrade to something a little bit better, so maybe not at this point in time. We're going to move over to hand pump fuel stations and some tanks and stuff, so that's going to be our next big thing. Should do things a lot quicker. Now we're not going to land that guy, but we can bring in this guy, which will give us a little bit more money. Oof. The fuel deliveries are killing us at the moment. We're not really recovering it through the cost of some of these services. So we really need to, we're going backwards in terms of money at the moment, is my concern. So we're not really getting it there. Oh, and what? It was kind of there and now it's not there. So maybe there's another flight coming in. Yeah, we'll slot it in. Well, actually, let's wait and see if something better pops up in the next 5 minutes. There we go. That one is what we're going to land instead. It's going to give us a better outcome in terms of money. Okay, so we do still have a bit of this going on. But yeah, we did not do a great job in terms of getting everything going. So how long does this take? Let's actually time this. This is a pretty big one. Well, it's light. It's one, but it is one of the bigger ones that we're handling at the moment. So how long can we actually do this in? So the fueling is going on, the loading of cargo is going on. We're actually turning this around in half an hour. Half an hour. Oh, and there it's showing its pathway. I like it. And out of the way, ready to go. Excellent. So actually, all in all, we are turning some of these things around really quickly. But this one, on the other hand, is taking its sweet time because large fueling amounts is really struggling. The large fueling amounts, I think, is what's holding us back a little. And then it's going. Here we should be able to monitor some paths and see if they're workable. But anyway, that's the end of the day. Looking pretty good. Almost done with some more research. Money is kind of creeping back in. Let's have a quick look. What did we have a look at over here? So aircraft handling. So where's our big cost? So construction. We pop that out. It should be pretty comfortable, I think. I think we should be pretty comfortable, really. So if we subtract just that amount, ooh, well, we're breaking even is basically what we're saying. We're breaking even. Yeah. So I think just about breaking even is basically what we're saying. We don't really have enough money to support this, but actually let's pause it quickly and have a look at if there's anything to be done in terms of these things. So what I want to do, right? If I look at this thing, if we sign some more contracts, right? Can't we, turnaround time is 2 hours. The problem is, right, I can't seem to do anything better. What can I do here? If I negotiate, that's a new thing there. Workflow used, I don't quite understand how to do some of these things. And they are now tutorials, so I might be a little jumping the gun on them. But what I would like to do is if I do this, right, if I do that one there, right, can I I can't seem to. I would like to reduce slot basically. Let's cancel any changes and let's just go for another day. Got a few more minutes left in this episode. See if we can't up our values a little bit more. We are doing research as quickly as we can at the moment. We're making our way through some cargo, but effectively cargo is less of an issue for us. So let's see what's our next thing. So we've done that one. Radio equipment is something I would like to do. Maybe let's quickly get this car in there. Is there any other vehicles for like fueling and stuff? No, they're all the way over there. If we go over to passenger services, yeah, we can probably get some of these things to work. We probably need to do some of this stuff. Construction, we can reduce the cost of construction, though we've done a lot of the construction already. We could look at this contract negotiation and then see about upgrading some of the other bits and pieces. But anyway, let's just keep going on track as the way we are. Got the new services ready to go, the large ramp hanger service. So we'll need to do some of that as we get time. We've got some flights coming in. We've got some new flights needing to arrive. That's okay. We can kind of bring in a bit of everything at the moment. We can look at our previous day again and to see if we actually, let's quickly have a look at that. So if we do yesterday's report, what we'll see is that a lot of our we managed to do some of these things really quickly. I mean, look at this. These are all kind of scheduled flights and they kind of hang out there, but then we slot in a lot of these kind of normal ones. Though express, these are all like normal, right? The question is what is the question? Where do we get the express ones? Or is that the type of cargo that we buy or something? I need to have a look. I need to, and there's a few things that I don't understand. If you understand them, please tell me. Please tell me down below how we do that, how we up our money, or how have you figured out to up our money. Bring in the big guys. They take a little bit longer though to manage, but they bring in a little bit more cash. We should see some, yeah, we should see, fueling should be okay. We actually have a slot. Yeah, but I'm gonna, start not kind of taking all of these little ones. Maybe if there's a slot available, but we kind of wait for the bigger variety. Like that service gives us way more money. Well, actually, it does not. This one does. More fuel. So then, yeah, obviously the fuel numbers is a little bit different. Okay, ramp service is D1, or the new truck there. So let's dismiss that. Have a look at the next one. Do we do contract negotiations? Let's do that. Let's do contract negotiations. Maybe there's something better for us there to have a look at. So maybe let's have a look at contract negotiations instead. Okay, and I think we're practically kind of getting to the end of our episode now. And I know we haven't achieved that much, but we're just slowly getting our way through there. That's actually perfect timing. So at the moment, we're running about exactly right in terms of some of these. Ooh, that's some good numbers. Some good numbers over there. We can bring in both of them and see what that looks like. Bring in both of them there. Hopefully we'll have that all sorted out. Yeah, it's a good turnaround. It's a good turnaround on some of this now. We should have, that's the one that's going to do the best for us. We really, it's taking us ages. Instant cargo deliveries is probably the way to go for us at the moment, because we use it so sparingly, the cargo, really very little. It's really the big numbers are in the fueling. Anyway, we're doing a fair bit with our money, geez, just because we just had a delivery there, but our money is we're just not getting there, guys. We're just not getting the real big numbers. Okay, let's have a look at this. Dismiss that one, pop in there. If we go, maybe this is the one for us now. Let's get that, so if we do some further construction, it doesn't cost us as much. That's fine, and then we have to start looking at all of these things. Now that that's in place, is there anything for us to negotiate? Now we can renegotiate some of these. So what does that mean? So if I were to, let's just pick the stock one here. This is the one. This is the one. And I would like to add fueling and checking to it, right? We can do it quicker. And then we open up the slot a little quicker. So that's basically it. So let's do that. Let's re-sign that contract with some additional services. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do you want to pay the fee to renegotiate? Well, let's do that. We'll do that one. So now we've added some additional services to the mix there. All right. So let's go and have a look. So this is SN2192. Let's pop in here. Not the yesterday report. SN2192. There we go. So here we can now see that for tomorrow we might be able to bring it in a little earlier, get the entire thing a little bit better. So yes, okay, so that's actually what we wanted. We needed that contract renegotiation one. And the question that is also on my mind is if we're looking at new flights, whether we can have some additional. So if we look at this guy, for instance, if we renegotiate that, fueling service is optional. But we're giving the fueling service though, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. But anyway, I thought we were giving, no, some of these were not getting refueled. Interesting. But they don't pay us more, do they? That's a little weird. So anyway, we'll have to figure out these things a little bit as we go. So now we've kind of got a bit of a taste for it. So if we go that one, that's going to be a pretty nice number. So let's bring that one in and try and service it as quickly as we can. Similarly, these are pretty tiny. I'm not going to actually bother with any of those. See if we can't get something bigger coming in. Hang out, wait for something a little bit more aggressive to come in, and we'll land them. But we're missing out on these, of course. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the episode there. I will see you in the next one. Please leave your comments down below. If you've got some advice on some of these things that we're starting to figure out now, do leave them in the comments. If you've enjoyed it as much as I have, please hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Bye-bye.